All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hope you're all doing well, guys, wherever you are around this wide world. See a little change in the background of my camera. Figured out how to use a different background. I was getting sick of having the mess of what is this workspace in the background. So hope you guys like it. Yeah, so I hope you all had a good week. It's been a really good week once again. Been a good week on stream, really good week off stream as well. Good week with the Discord. Been calling some, obviously sending in the analysis pre-session, pretty much every session the whole week. Sending the analysis today for GJ for Asian session, and was lucky enough to be on the charts when it provided for an option, a few options here. So I took a buy. I've still got a runner still in play, 20 pips up right now, since what, about 4 hours ago, pretty much 4 hours ago now. So yeah, so I've just got a small runner still going. I can go through that particular entry a little bit later on, but nonetheless, guys, without further ado, we will take a look at the charts. If you can, please do hit the like button to let others know we are on the stream. I'll just remove the trades taken from yesterday. Had a pretty productive day too, guys, so it's been a good one. Looking forward to the stream. Looking forward to ending the week today and tomorrow on a high note. So let's take a look at GJ, guys. Enough of the stuffing around. Let's look at GJ at the week. So the weekly candle, at this stage I'm referring to the current weekly candle. It still hasn't pulled back all that far. It's still around the 50% now of that previous weekly candle if we are to measure it from the open to lowest point. So it's almost tapped into it. Remember what I said earlier in the week, it could be potentially a level price pulled back to. I'd want to see the sellers pop in at that point there, defend that 50% that previous weekly candle, and begin to push price back down if it was to flip back bearish. But again, at this rate, it doesn't look likely. Still in play, still potentially an option, but based off the current weekly candle, that was strong bearish. But the way the current weekly candle, that is strong bullish. So that suggests to me that potentially I'd be looking for on the 30-minute time frame and the 4-hour time frame levels where we could potentially pull back to yet again form a support before we potentially head back up to retest the high and create a high if we have the volume and momentum to the upside. Onto the daily time frame, that does also suggest that we could continue to the upside. We are bullish in structure. Not only that, we did close a very strong bullish candle on the previous daily candle. So once again, if we begin to break the high of that candle, we've got options to come up further. We've got some pretty clean traffic to the left hand side. Current candles pulled back quite significantly into the previous candle and is now heading back up. This lower wick basically all happened right near the Asian Open. Hence the reason for why I took the trade, because it rejected, popped back above the support that I had marked in, and gave me my catalyst, my option to look for a potential buy. So 4 hour now, technically we do remain bearish. However, what we do have is obviously the current trend, the current microstructure within the overall structure is actually bullish. So I would obviously use that as a confluence for a buy. What we can see is we've created a low, higher high, well, create a high, sorry, high low, and now a high. So we have pulled back, but once again rejecting, come back up towards the resistance previously, which we did form before. We did reject at the start of trading today. So structure wise, it still is bearish, but we definitely are trending to the upside within the bearish structure on the 4 hour time frame. So we've got daily is bullish, counter probabilities to the upside. Got some clean traffic above that 4 hour resistance, above that previous daily candle's high. So straight off the bat, without needing to even look to the 30-minute, it's going to be a high probability I'd be looking for continuation buys above the previous daily candle's high. Now onto the 30-minute. If you're to be really technical about it, but I did mention in the update video I sent into the Discord group, the analysis videos, that yes, technically it's bearish. It's dropped below this last swing point. That's the highest point the market got to. So if you look to the left of that, and where was the last two more consecutive candle pull back in the opposite direction, it's actually just here. However, what I mentioned in the update videos, as long as we remain above this support, I'd still rather buy it, to be honest. It could be just the current daily pulling back to grab some more liquidity. It could be just a weekly pulling back within its own candle to grab some more liquidity. And as long as we remain above that level, I would rather look for my potential buy. So that's what it did at Asian session open. It literally sank into that range below. My cue and my catalyst was to buy it was, we have not only a candle closing back bullish, but we had that bullish engulfing 15-minute candle as well. So that gave me the confidence that we would continue to the upside. I took a limit buy order. It literally tagged me in, and that was it. It kept going. Almost took me out at break even, but eventually it made the move. It was a really nice trade. I had absolutely no drawdown on that one, and it was also further option above the high of that 30-minute candle. So just looking at it now though, looking at EM30, we do have, again, I'm still going to call it bullish. Look, I can understand if you're going to call it bearish. So I'd prefer to look for buys on GJ today. We are at a resistance. The issue of selling it, you've got support after support. You're running straight into, well, first of all, support you've just made recently in the last few candles. Just below that, you got another support in 15, and another 5 pips to 7-8 pips below that, you got another support. So very choppy on the minor time frames. Does look a bit better on the M30. I feel at this point I'd rather just wait and see what GJ does. If it does just melt, I'm going to be looking for my buy options from above 194 flat. Also psychological round number. That's why I'm keeping the support in too, guys, and that's why that gave me a catalyst to look for a buy at that point, based off the fact that we popped well below that 194 flat, only to pop back above it and close back above it was enough to suggest to me that we're going to head back up. So as long as we remain above that level, the support around that 194 flat, I would be looking for my buy options on GJ. Whoever buys above the high. And now if we do start to pop below that support, close below at 194 flat, so it's just above it, but if we start to pop below and close below it, tap in, and start to move away from 194, I will look for my sell options at that point there. I'd be more comfortable to look for the potential sell. Oh, there's my little boy. So that is what I'd be looking at moving forward on GJ. Right now it's just consolidating again. So since the move, it's just basically been consolidating the whole time. I've only got a 0.25% runner going, so it's nothing substantial. And we can take a look at gold, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Once again, we're not getting enough viewers on the stream. I don't know what they're missing out on, because we've been absolutely killing it, and free education on and daily as well. So looking at gold, all right, so the current weekly candle is still bullish. So once again, where could we potentially be pulling back to within this candle to form a support to potentially head back up and retest the high and potentially create a higher high? Still could come back down though, because we are respecting the high of that previous candle. On gold, obviously it does move with volume, so it could still end up coming back down. But that's why we've got to go down. Once we go down to the lower time frames, we're going to see what levels we've got to see if price should remain above it to continue up, or if it pops below it, it could signal further pull back to potentially even flip it back bearish. Daily is an absolute pigsty. It's a real mess, just consolidating. Previous daily did close bearish, but the current almost retesting the high of that previous daily has a high low, yet to break the high of it. Very indecisive price action at the moment. I mean, it was in a heavy uptrend for quite some time, so now it's just cooling off, gathering some more liquidity before it may continue either up or end up pulling back further. So onto the 4-hour, and once again still remains bearish. Just really heavy area of consolidation on gold. Just going to mark in the most recent resistance and most recent support, and to be honest, on gold, it's likely just going to be looking for trades either side of the range at the moment. By the looks of it, it's just range bound. It's bouncing off support and pinging back from resistance. Very little. I mean, it's moving nicely within the range, so it's providing options. But you've almost got to throw structure and bias and all that out the window at the moment on gold and just focus on trading this range. So it's currently rejecting this 4-hour resistance. It's made a nice clean move up to it, so I'd just be playing the range back down to 2,308. I'll be looking for buys upon pull back to that level there if price does respect it. Let me look for my calcium price action to buy it. Now, for the sells, would be nice now. Yeah, if this closes weak bullish, the only thing, if that is to be the case, it's likely going to close the 30-minute and very weak bearish candle. We'll see what we've got coming towards the closure of this candle. If there could be an option on the next M30 to sell it as it breaks what could be a bullish candle's low, but if it does close a weak bullish candle. Otherwise, if the M30 closes a strong bearish candle, the fact that we're rejecting that zone yet again, could possibly look to see how we can get involved in a sell based off that as well. But usually this type of movement within price action, nice clean move up without any sort of minor support at that level of resistance for us to either respect to head up and create a high, or break below, reject, and end up coming back down to retest the support. Usually I prefer to wait for a little bit more in a scenario, something like this, where it creates a bit of support, pulls back, equal high, lower high, starts to drop below the support, form that resistance, and then look for the sell. That to me is a safer bet. But we'll just see. We'll focus on gold for the next 30 minutes. I think that looks like it could present. So sells below the resistance. Now, I would not necessarily be buying it above it because you're running into more choppy traffic to the left. So I'd like for it to make a clean move above it if that was to be the case. Then pull back, form a support. Then I may consider the buy options. Yeah. Pretty simple and gold right now. That's what I've been looking for. GJ could also provide. So let's quickly look at GU. Now, I'm not going to re-mark up this chart. I've just going to leave it as is. I was doing a little bit of content, educational content for when the VIP group is ready today. And I was using GU as the example. So they're my 4-hour zones. Right now, the bias on GU is neutral. We've got 30 minutes flip back bullish, but we've got the weekly as a strong bearish candle. We've got the daily structure as still technically bearish. Previous candle tapping into that support, bouncing off it, current candle pulling back within the wick of that previous candle. If we respect the high of the current daily candle, I think we could head back down towards the previous daily candle's low. 4-hour weak support forward on the previous candle, begin to pop below that candle. Potentially could be some sell options. We'll see what we've got in 30-minute. Yeah, I think it could be a potential option. You have to ignore that 1 wick though, which is a little bit off-putting. GU could be an option if it starts to close below support at 124.878. A little bit lower down, 124.877 actually. So that's the support formed on the way up within a current daily candle. It is also current daily candle is low, was just above that low. We're breaking a 4-hour low as well at that point as well. So the previous 4-hour candle's low, which was a weak bullish candle. So you can see I'm tying in some different confluences to look for a potential sell below that level. So I do feel that could be an option. Sells below that support to take it back down towards the higher time frame support around that 124, 750, 760 sort of level. Give you about 10, 11 pips, which for GU is pretty much normal. You don't have massive ranges. But further options for the buys, don't know if you're going to have the margin within this current range. It's between the highs of the 4-hour resistance and the support formed on the M30. So your probably best bet would be to wait for it to start popping above, closing above the 1.25 flat level to look for your potential buys. Otherwise, buys from lower down around that support on GU also. So the strength of the current weekly candle though, I would prefer to sell it. However, we've bounced off this support multiple times, so we could still do so if we do come back down to that level. So that is GU. And you know what? I'm going to knock off NAS because we're on a roll and we've got plenty of time, and I'll say good day to the chat. I'll quickly mark up the chart yet again. So looking at the weekly, strong bullish high, 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 low. We've got some conflicting stories on NAS though, because the daily looks like it is exhausting, potentially rejecting. Very little volume in the current daily candle. Structure wise, we do remain bearish. We have formed resistance on the previous daily candle. Prior to that was a weak bullish candle. So the 4 hours consolidating, as we mentioned yesterday on stream, we'd like for it to break below, close below at consolidation, retest it and begin to pull away from it. we've retested it and we're just hovering back below at the moment. Very choppy price action on that, as though you could draw in levels all over the place just here. So the 4-hour is technically bullish in structure. We've got the daily as bearish. We've got the weekly as bullish. The M30 is also technically bullish by the looks of it. So therefore the bias is technically to the upside, but what we're doing just now is we're pulling back to retest support formed on the pullback yesterday before yesterday's candle close. We've got clean traffic to the left of that. So if price was to begin to pop below, so we're forming a support now at the current daily candle's low. If we begin to pop below that support, tap back in, reject 18,050 flat, so 18,050. There could be some options to sell it at that point there. I'd be keen on getting involved in sales, clean traffic to the left. Aside from that, I mean, the buys, if this was NY session, you have a bullish engulfing candle closing just here, I'd be buying it for sure. If I was very familiar with trading this pair and it happened at a higher time of volume, I'd be looking for the buy option. Other than that, if it does pull back, I'm just looking to see where we could potentially pull back to. There are a few levels here. You got this level just here, 18,083. I'd be looking for rejection of that level to potentially sell it. So the current daily candle is forming bearish. I would look to see where we could reject to sell it, and we've got this level just here, 18,073. So I'd be buying it from either lower down, otherwise waiting for potential buys back above 18,102 as well. Got some cleaner traffic to the left above that level there. We'll also be breaking, would have broken the current daily candle's high, would have broken resistance form within a previous daily candle on the pullback. And that would be my observation and my analysis of NAS. So obviously sells below 1810 if price does reject. And that's it. All right. So my focus right now, GJ is still rejecting. Likely to be gold. Yeah, consider a gold entry. I would, if this candle closes strong bearish, just based off the fact we're rejecting. Every time we've approached that level, we've rejected hard. We've approached it with a bit of volume, rejecting with some volume. So I may do similar to yesterday. The only difference is yesterday I had a bullish candle to place a limit order sell at the low of. Today I don't have that. Got the 5-minute, so I may use that as the area to look for a limit order sell. So I'd want the new counts creates up a week. May set a limit order sell at the low of that little support on the 5-minute. So that's what I'm just gonna have ready in case I do take the entry. All right, so we got just over 5 minutes, so I can say good day to everyone in the chat. Appreciate all you for being on bright and early. Pomparo, good afternoon to you. Doc, good day to you. Hope you're well. Good morning. Leon, good morning to you, my friend. Archer, good morning, brother. Sexy, power cut here, so hopped on stream from my phone. All good, at least you're, that's an effort, mate. Well done. Elias, good morning to you. Lau, good morning. You train for Archer? That's it. First man on the moon to be training Forex. That's it. Just trying something different. I tried the no screen background, but it just comes up as black, so it looks a bit funny. I thought I'll just use something with some sort of view of it in the background. It's been a really good day. Been busy busy recording some educational content for the VIP when that does open up. Took that trade on GJ. If gold just melts, it melts. There's nothing to do about it. I still look for a limit order. I haven't set the order. I'm just waiting for this candle to close. Because the last thing you want to do is set it just now. And what if the candle whips all the way back and closes a doji candle? For instance, it could be just a pause and it flips bullish and on the following candle. I know it's unlikely, and the way it's forming now looks like it will close a strong bearish candle. But wait for the confirmation. All you have to do is wait a few minutes, and then you've got that confirmation. Then to me it becomes a valid entry. So it may not be the first man on the moon, but definitely the first man on the moon to be trading Forex. So we've got just under 3 minutes remaining. Yeah, JJ is just consulting, so definitely focus is on gold for the time being. Enjoyed that MY call yesterday too, guys. It's good to they're really good calls because people jump on the mic and we have, you know, good chit chat. Do some education as well. People ask questions. We also obviously we're looking for active trades, so if there is anything. Wasn't really anything last night, but well, not while I was up, to be honest. I stay on for about an hour and a half, an hour prior to MY, and then half an hour into it. But it's good fun. Good to get to chat to some of you. I do enjoy it, and I'm sure you guys enjoy it too. Just over a minute left. All right, send a Zoom link in if anyone is interested from the Discord. So I'd have to pull back about, well, pulling back a bit now. It's about 10 to so pips if it closes. I don't want to pull back too far just now though. When it's closed a strong bearish candle. So probably about 8 to 10 pips below that mark, that level. Next you got TP on gold M30. Nice one. It's well done to you. All right, so it looks like we might be closing sufficiently enough. Oh, should have said that. Oh, it's like 8 pips, I think, right on. Should be enough. I think that's enough. It's around 8 pips. So I'm looking for a limit order sell. Back of that support on the 5 minute. Stop loss is back above the high. conditions is it can't break the low of the previous candle. If it does, I'm removing the order. Yeah, so I mean it is another option, but I'm only getting on the pullback. But it is another option if it breaks the low for it to continue. And that's just what it's doing. So I'm gonna remove the order now, guys. Oops, almost removed the GJ runner. Yeah, so I'm not gonna take that. Because essentially what you want to happen is for price to pull back with the volume, quickly tag you in and drop. I mean, right now it's, God, it's dropping too. Worked for me yesterday, and today it's going to leave the building without me. So if anyone's in it, nice work. What you could probably do now is trail your stop loss to the entry count. Should not need to pull back. Yeah, so missed the train on goal. That's all good. It's already moved 10 pips. That was quick. So must any trades. I'm in a GJ buy from Asian session from here. It's actually from here. That's where I got in. On this candle, the bearish candle pullback. Buy limit order, trigger me in. No drawdown whatsoever. So it was a really good trade. That is currently running with 26 pip profit. But from the stream, nothing at the moment. Was looking at a limit order buy back at this horizontal on this candle. It's just open, but it didn't pull back enough. So this is all right. So what I'm looking for now, so once again, as data prints, I reassess. If I'm not in a trade, I didn't quite tick the box. Now I just reassess. And what I want to see is, love to see a bit of support form somewhere along the line. Then as price begins to pop below it, it could be options to sell it, or if it significantly closes below it, we could get that limit order sell option. So as long as we get that pause. So I'm just reassessing. I'm not in a trade right now. But if anyone is, you're looking good, so good work. Yeah, it's definitely options. There's multiple options there. There's the limit order and off the rip. I just prefer the limit order because you get better stop loss. We know that likely the candle's going to have a wick in the opposite direction. This one did, but usually will create maybe, well, not always, but around time volume, it could often create a steeper upper wick. So yeah, obviously it's not tag me in, but all good. Just move on. Still plenty of time. So how has the week been, guys? There's over 40 on stream already, so it's pretty good numbers early on. So do hit the like button. And remember, once I get to 1,000 subs, gonna be some special giveaways. So make sure to get involved. Make sure to subscribe if you've not done so. These things are just gonna melt. I'm assuming a few of you are in gold cells. Been to the gym, had a good leg workout today. Had the shaky, nervous reaction after the session. Driving home, with legs are just shaking on the pedals and nothing better than jelly legs. You can barely walk out. Alright, so you got to pause on a 5 minute. I just haven't back tested this type of interruption entry off the 5 minute time frame. But it's basically, this is what I want to see on a 15 minute. A bit of a pause like that, a strong engulfing candle, and then look for an entry as price taps into low of that bullish candle, a limit order entry. Once again, I've used off the 5 minute once when gold was really trending, and it was a good way to get involved. But right now, it's not really trending. It's just trending within a range. It's making clean moves within a range. But I'm just not sure of the probabilities in this sort of circumstance under these circumstances. So I'd rather just wait for that 15 minute pause and use that. I don't think a 5 minutes is strong enough confirmation while we're trading within a range. Oh, GJ's moving a bit. Got more than 30 pips on a runner. There's also, I released a new YouTube short. I'm releasing a series of YouTube shorts each day for the next 4 days. There was one yesterday. The one today is not actually short because it exceeds the limit for the length of a YouTube short by 2 seconds. I only asked, but it'll just be processed as a normal video. So you'll probably see it if you get the notifications. Just give it a watch, guys. Give it a like. It's free education. I've got more, which I will be also releasing probably straight after, another series of 3. So I'm starting to push out more content. Obviously, you guys see in the Discord the amount of work I do. I do analysis for each of the 3 sessions on always gold and GJ, and I usually throw in GU and NAS. Ian, good morning to you, buddy. So whilst we wait, this is the Discord. Obviously, it's quite a lot there. There's a big section on fundamentals as well. We've got community chat, so people getting involved in that, sharing ideas, showing their trades and before and after, which is, you know, what we want to see, a lot of that happening. And this is the market analysis where I do, obviously you got a little VIA update for the pair, and then you've got the chart update. So it's not just arrows pointing everywhere, which it can be a little bit confusing. I explain it in a video. I've done it for the 4 pairs at this stage. I also do sometimes some typed up analysis. I try to number it as well. I'm at levels and what I want to see at those levels. So it's all in there. It's all for free, guys. A lot of work I go to help you guys out. So I know the majority of you do appreciate it. Been getting some really nice messages. Plus the MI calls, which it's been really good. But just wait till the VIP opens. There's going to be a shit ton of content going into that. And there'll also be some signals, in a VIP. All right, 17.5 minutes left on GJ. Is it going to break above greater higher high? So once again, we're respecting 194 flat, the current daily candle. We've managed to stay above that level. So if we now create the higher high, big traffic to the left, it's definitely going to be options. As far as an impulse entry, this candle will have to close right up near the high if I was to consider it. So let's adjust this zone a little bit. So I'm not interested in selling it just now at this zone, so I'm just going to adjust it to a level I want it to close above to start to look for the buy option. I would say it's that level there. So if it closes above 194.50. That's what I want to see. Look for a potential buy. Steve, well, good morning to you. Apologies for not making my call. I had to go out and forgot to take my phone. All good, man. All good. It was a good little catch up again. No trades were taken. Looking at gold and NAS were really violent during that time. So it's something I need to get used to, the volatility of NY Open, especially on high volume, indices and obviously commodities. Franco, good morning to you, brother. Welcome. I know it's a public holiday for you, so. And you did mention Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to you and to all the fathers over there in Europe. So, as far as news today, a big one for the pound. So it could be a little bit boring until then. Obviously, got the monetary policy statement. Bank of England. The report, so a lot will come later. Unemployment claims, so I didn't even notice that. That's also later for the US dollar. So what is that? The forecast for that is to be greater than the previous, so more people claiming unemployment, which I would thought would mean there'd be less people spending because there'd be less people in a job, which would mean not as much inflation. So I probably thought that'd be bad for a currency, but who knows, actual less than forecast is good for currency. Yeah, that's what I would have thought as well, because if it's more than the forecast, then that would suggest maybe inflation could come down, which would then suggest, again, not saying it's going to happen, but they may consider eventually cutting some interest rates, which would obviously be weak for currency strength. So if it does come out greater than forecast, it's probably a bad thing for the US dollar, but have to see what happens later on. Obviously, moving forward, tomorrow GDP for the pound. Unfortunately, I'll be on stream just after all the pound news tomorrow, but all good because hopefully it's priced it all in by the time I get to the charts. consumer sentiment. So unemployment claims is the big one. All right, so I've had a pause now on 15. Let's just see where this candle closes. This next 15-minute candle. If it closes strong bearish engulfing, it could almost be an option to place a sell limit order at a low of the bullish candle. I have to wait and see. Got 13 minutes to wait. Happy Verta tag to the Euro puppers. That's it. Also, big day on Sunday for majority, Mother's Day on Sunday. Hope you guys are spoiling the old lady or the missus. Hope you will be. We've got the family coming around for the old lady. Have to get her favorite ice cream, as I do every year. She loves it. So that and the obligatory bunch of flowers. It's the same thing, but they don't. She never wants anything. All mums are the same. They never want it, but they do appreciate it, I'm sure. I got a nice sell move on Gbpjpy based on the 4 hour. Yeah, yep, perfect. Based off the 4 hour. Yep, exactly. Weak bullish candle closure, tapping into rejecting the resistance at the current daily candles high. It created the current daily candles high, but reject that previous resistance. So as I mentioned in the analysis, the 4 hour looks fantastic for a sell off. Yeah, if you're in it, fantastic. If not, probably a bit late just now. It's made the move. Got 5, nice one. Good one, nice one. Good move, my friend. There's 5 minutes onto the stream, nice one. Good little callus off the 5-minute closure blow. To be honest, I don't want the majors going down. I want them to go up, but it would not surprise me if the news does come out negative, if the majors do pull back a little bit to grab some liquidity before they take off closer to the news take off to the upside. So that's why I'm kind of hoping for. No, all good, Franco, well done. Bitcoin looking decent for potential buys. Everyone trades it. I'd say if it closes above the resistance here at 61.811 on the 30-minute, there's a good chance it could come back up towards that 62.80 sort of level. Could be a quick scalp. You're at the moment creating a high low. I'd just be waiting for the confirmation of the high. Wait for a closure above. Closures below the support formed at the current daily candles low. You're back below, starting to pop back below a 4 hour range, previous resistance. So could also be options to sell it, or even shorter term scalp. Could be getting in below support formed at 61.50. Thought you're swinging a sell. My TP was 60.80. Take a look where it went to. BTC. Oh, like literally just above it. Oh, you're kidding me. So close. What was your entry? Your broker spread was on 10. Then you would have come within a whisker if you didn't TP. 61.885. Oh god. So have you're still completely open? You haven't managed to trade at all? See, when I get so close to the chart, I know, look, it just depends. It probably happened whilst you're tucked away overnight, but if I was on the chart and I saw it come so close, the amount of times I've seen price come within a whisker of my TP and then move back. It happened twice last week, and I ended up, both occasions I closed it just before it hit TP, and it was the right decision because they eventually pulled back. So that's why I choose to not be too picky and greedy about, and if it's within a pip or two or whatever, I just forget, I just close it just in case. There's always that probability, there's always that chance that it could reject. Could gold provide some options? So we'll see how this 30-minute candle closes. Ahmad, can we look at US 30? We can. Looks similar to NAS. NAS looks a bit cleaner. Yeah, US 30, it looks like it's in a pretty strong uptrend, but it's breaking a support. You got this wick here, so it could pull up at any point within it. I would say you form a resistance on the way down at this point here. If you were to continue bearish, should respect the resistance form within the current daily count. This is without doing the full-on analysis, because I want to keep an eye on gold. And if it does pop up to that level and pop above it, then it's going to create a higher high. It'll be flipping a micro trend, and it's likely to continue to the upside. So I would say we're just above this resistance form within the current daily, 39.031, for potential buyers. As for where it could have pulled back to, I mean, you could potentially come all the way back down to 38.951 roughly. Tap into this support. You can look for your buyers at that point there. Otherwise, let it create a move down. Pull back, form a resistance, lower high, lower low, that type of scenario. There's your potential entry. What other confluences have you got? The daily is pulling back. It's respecting the high of the previous daily, so I'd want it to respect the high of the previous daily candle. 4-hour candle probabilities to the downside, so it does suggest it could make a deeper pullback. Structure wise, it all looks to be quite bullish though. So that's your immediate options. Wait for it to pull back, form a support, potentially buy it, otherwise pull back to retest the zone it's just pulling away from, to sell it, or if it pops above it, you could potentially buy it. You've left it open. Exactly while I was sleeping. Think I just fell into it bed as well. Oh, it's a bit stiff, isn't it? That's a tough one. The position size is not so big, just trying to earn a few dollars for a small account. Yeah. Don't need much of a position size on Bitcoin for it to be a decent return, to be honest. we'll step out. I'm done for today. Wish you a nice evening. Nice one, brother. All good. You have a good day. Enjoy your public holiday. Oh, yeah, you don't need that big a lot size, do you? I learned that pretty quickly. As I mentioned, when I started trading crypto. Trading ETH and gold, have not having any idea what was going on. Why I was seeing such a big move, such big numbers pop up on my screen when I thought I was placing such a small entry. Alright, gold looks like it wants to pop up. Not so convinced by the buyers. I'd rather this be the opposite way around. Where that was a bearish candle and this is a bullish engulfing candle. Then I'd be happy to take a cheeky buy to take back up towards the high, saying that this is anticipating this is just a higher low. We wiped out the sellers from the previous candle, but the previous candle was bullish as well. So still it does look like it would, if it does close as is or even close back bullish, it's likely to head back up. It's just something I'm not familiar with too much myself on my, cup of tea, not my type of entry. Josh, why did Bitcoin go down a lot? No idea. Didn't go down that much. There was some analysis from ages ago. Oh. I popped in a little poll question. Have you managed to catch some pips this week? Well, I'm going to tick yes. I can't even answer my own poll, so all good. All right, so the M30 is about to close. It's closing almost a hammer candle at the moment. So I can see it potentially coming up. I'm not going to take it personally, because it's not a catalyst that I'm familiar with. Like I said, if this was the opposite way around, that was bearish and this was bullish engulfing, then I would probably be in it. But this is just not my entry, so I'm just patiently going to wait for some more data to print on gold. GJ rejecting, so it's not much really we can go off on GJ. It could just be slow with all the news to come later on. bit of 5-minute consolidation. So if anyone is interested, it may be best to wait for a 5-minute closure above it, and it could be ready to head up. But once again, none of this is in my course, my playbook, so there's just no entry for me right now. I just need to wait. Once again, guys, too, the guys in the Discord, send in charts, ask questions. This is your chance to really to level up. It's the way I got a lot better was by asking lots of questions, sending charts constantly, having feedback. People, you know, critique my analysis and my entries and that. So I think it's a good way to hold yourself accountable. So you guys should take advantage of it. Definitely start posting your analysis. Post before and afters if you really want to level up. I mean, no one's gonna say anything. It's full respect, even if it's a win, lose or draw. It's full respect if you actually do that. It's always great to post winners, but it's even better if you can actually show your analysis prior to it. So do get involved, guys, and do use it wisely. Use it as a chance to learn, to level up, become more confident in your execution. Ben Chamberlain, brother, here he is. He's the main man. You mess with me, you're messing with Benny Chamberlain as well. That's how we roll. Overall, brother. I know you're busy, so don't stress it. You know what? That's it. That's how we roll. Ride or die, that's it. Gold coming down. See where we're at towards the open. Not going to chase anything just now. I'm just patiently waiting. All dot, all good. Just saw that message. So at the moment, gold's the only thing moving. So it's definitely going to be the focus. Still got 22 pips running on GJ. So I've just left it break even. Just going to see how far I can hold it if it does continue to run. I did secure most of it anyway, so it's just a small runner. Just testing the waters, testing things out. I'm not one that usually holds on to a trade for too long. So what are we looking at, guys? Anyone in any trades as we speak? Anyone got any active trades? Other than Dot's Bitcoin trade and well, Franco's trade from earlier, my GJ buy from Asian session. Carl's still in gold sell. Okay. Nice one. You're just in gold? Oh, okay. Yeah, not so much. But it's giving your teeth, Carl. Yeah, I'm still waiting. I could be joining the party, but I'm waiting for the time being. It's slow right now, isn't it? Quite dull. Some nice moves made on gold pre-stream, and now it's just stale. It's at a stay fast, not much happening. right, gold trying to drop. So I still don't have a confirmation just yet. If I was to have any confirmation after the count of this 15-minute candle close, I need this candle to close significantly below that bullish candle's low. If that is to be the case, it could be a sell limit order option back below the bullish candle, but this candle would need to close about 8 to 10 pips below that bullish candle's low. If not, I patiently need to wait for the 30 minutes to close. And what I'd probably prefer to see is on the second 15-minute candle, something like this happen, where maybe in the next 15-minute candle closes a weak bullish candle, bring that minor support within the 30-minute candle closes back bearish, then at London Open, let the new candle create just a bit of an upper wick. As soon as it begins to break below of that pause, that's your entry. But let's just follow gold right now. It is dropping a fair bit, so it could almost be that sneaky little limit order option if it continues to drop a bit further. Tony Lyons, good to see you about. Hope you're well. Mr. Phil as well. Welcome. Ben, gold knows his top pip catcher is lurking, waiting to execute. Well, it's GJ today actually. GJ was fantastic this morning. Buy limit order was spot on, literally right there. So I had no drawdown. Tag me in and drag me up. Almost took me out break even, but made the move. So I've still got 20 odd pips running on a small position. 23 pips currently. Well, let's watch gold. Again, it has to close, so let's mark it in. Around there. And that would be sufficient enough for me to look for a limit order on the new candle pulling back, creates up a wick, tag you in, tap into that bullish candle's low, and reject. So at this stage, it doesn't look likely, it's pulling back. So perhaps we still might get that other option at the open if the candle closes back weak bullish in the next 15-minute candle. Forming that minor support within a strong bearish M30 candle. That could provide for a sell come London Open as well. So again, just reassessing as data prints, not panicking, not getting FOMO, not running around like a headless chicken. I just wait for data to print, I reassess what I would like to see. So right now that didn't close for me sufficiently enough below low that bullish candle. Maybe for others, maybe it has, but not for me. So I'm not going to be in this. I'm just going to wait for the closure now. And again, it's just me following my rules, simple process, not trading on any emotion whatsoever. That's how we should be trading. That's how everyone should be trading. And if it is a valid entry for you, I understand. Good luck. But for right now, I need to wait 14 more minutes to see where we're at. London Open and GJ, nothing. Nice trade, by the way, Mr. Phil, this morning. Well, this morning my time. Last night your time on EJ. Very similar to GJ. Very similar. That limit order entry would have worked on EJ as well. I think you took it just here, if I'm not mistaken. As it broke the bearish candles high, that minor resistance, that's also a quality entry. Very similar to GJ. Pretty much identical. Right, so just London at 10.5 minutes until London open. So far it's looking okay, as long as it doesn't flip bearish, and if it closes as is, it's a weak bullish closure. It could have options at London open. Mr. Phil, yeah, but my entry is a little lower, 167.045. I used the 5-minute confirmation. Okay. 167.045. This is somewhere around here. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. So probably as it broke that counter time, I'm assuming, maybe. So similar, pretty much would have been similar to the entry where I got involved on Gbpjpy. Very similar, because I also got in lower down. I got in just there, based off the 5-minute. No, not the sorry, the 15-minute, not the 5-minute. Based off the 15-minute, pulling back to tap into that previous bearish candle, the high of it. So we had the bullish engulfing. Wiped out the sellers, so I'm anticipating new counts can create a low wick. Where would I normally see it pull back to? Usually around the high of the candle on the other side of that bullish candle, the bullish engulfing candle, and that is pretty much an interruption play. But this isn't really an interruption because it wasn't trending to the upside when I took the entry. It's just a good way of me getting involved with better margin and minimizing a stop loss. I had a stop loss below 15-minute, which was back below that support as opposed to the 30-minute low. Plus, instead of getting in as it broke the high, I was getting in lower down. In anticipation, it's going to tap into that level and flip. That strong bullish engulfing candle is a strong enough catalyst to me to suggest we will continue bullish from that level. Gold still looking potentially okay. We need to wait 8 minutes. 28 minutes on gold for a potential sell at London Open. In the meantime, guys, I'll be back in just a tick. All right. Gold still around that level. It's good. Still could have the option. Don't want to close higher up, but I want it to close close to its low. Once again, if you really want to be technical about it, use a fib. If it closes below 50% from bottom to top. Top to bottom doesn't really make a difference as long as it closes below 50. It's a weak closure. So I'm just going to eyeball it and determine whether I think it's a weak or a strong closure. If it's a strong closure, then again, I reassess, and what that likely means is I need to wait another 15 minutes to see when the next counter closes. Because if it is a strong counter closure, then a new counter could just wick down, create a lower wick, and then break the high and continue to the upside. And this could just be another high low. And could potentially start flipping and heading back up towards the current daily candles high. So there's reason as to why I have these rules. And it's just through thorough testing and just from what I've seen on the charts for the best part of 7+ years now. More so the last 4 years though, 3-4 years. Christopher, good evening to you. Okay, what do you think at this level? On gold, I'm aiming for a weak bullish counter closure to potentially sell it at the open below the minor support, which could be forming right now. You got 30 creating lower low, lower high. It's a strong candle itself, so there's a fair bit of volume. We've pulled back to a level that we've rejected multiple occasions. Every time we come back to the support, we bounce off it. Every time we hit up to the resistance, we reject it. So I think it could still come down. So that's what I'm currently focused on. I don't want this to flip though. Keep being very close on it, because if it does flip and close bearish, then it just depends how London Open candle opens. If it pops down first to create low wick, then pops up to create an upper wick, I'll set a sell stop below low. But if it just pops straight up and down, I'm probably not going to bother with it. But if this candle closes weak bullish in a 15, then I'm going to look to sell it below the low of the bullish candle. Just all depends how this candle closes right now. Means gold move up or down. It could do anything. We don't know. I'm looking for a sell. Thomas, EMA is 2313.49. EMA 200. Okay. Yeah, I'm not overly concerned by the EMAs at this stage, to be honest, but all well and good. If you guys use it to add confidence to your trades, I don't knock it, because if it works for you, that's the main thing. 2 minutes remaining. Be nice if this candle closes like this. Be really nice. Weak bullish. GJ is still under that resistance, so nothing on GJ. All right, guys, so we've got a minute remaining until London Open. I am tracking the way this candle closes. If it closes as is, I want to see a bit of an upward form at London Open. I've got the sell stop ready, but just below low of the current candle. So all I have to do is press open trade. But I need to wait. I just want to wait for the upper wick to form at London Open. 30 is not closing in liquidity candle with a long wick to the upside near its low. If that was the case, then it may just drop. It's leaving a bit of margin to the downside, so it's likely going to pull back to create an upper wick before it breaks. And that's what I'd rather see. And if it doesn't, it drops, then I'm patiently waiting to see if it does eventually pull back to create its upper wick. And if that's to be the case, I'll then place the sell stop below the lowest point of the entry candle. So I'm waiting for an upper wick, and then I'm going to set a sell stop at 23.1390. All right. I'm going to sell stop in place. 23.1390. That's what I'm looking at. So I'm not in it just yet. Is there any way to get involved on the upper wick? Don't really see it this time. Yeah, I think it's best to wait for it to flip, break the low of the 15, start popping below to 30. That's what I'm going to be waiting for. If it breaks live for 15, that's not so bad to see. Thank you for this up. Because if it does break the high, then what we've got is a high, low, high, high. So there would be no need for it to pull back and break its own low yet again. If it does so, then what this suggests to me is that it's likely to grab some more liquidity from the downside. And as soon as it begins to break that previous candle's low, it's likely to continue to the downside with a bit of volume. Also being session open, we've got that extra influx of volume. So that's what I'm currently looking at. And we'll see if we get triggered in. GJ, let's consolidate. I think the only place I would consider the impulse sell as it creates the upper wick is probably at the low of that bearish candle. But yesterday was a lot more clear cut at sell limit, which worked an absolute treat, didn't it? But yeah, today I think it's best to take it on a flip as it breaks the low previous candle. So we'll see, patiently waiting. not much going on, is there? It's not a great deal of volume at the open so far. But we had a similar thing happen, I'm pretty sure, last Thursday, where it took about the best part of 10 to almost 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes of session open, to create an upper wick. We're looking at a sell on a very similar entry, and eventually when it flipped, it broke a lot of previous candle and it just melted, absolutely melted. I think we had TP within like a minute. So it's taken the best part of 5 minutes to create upper wick. It's now pulling back, so looking okay. There are ways to manage this trade too. Seeing it's got a lower high, lower low, it should not need to pull back and break its own high. What you could do is start trailing your stop loss to a bit above that previous candle's high. I'm going to leave it for the time being, but you can definitely look to cut partials if it does break the high. See, I'm always looking at trade management because I don't like to take full losses. I'm always looking to mitigate my risk. I'm not in just yet, guys. I haven't been triggered in. Very close to it, but not yet. Now I am. So we'll see. You put sell stop at 23,139. Well, that's where I had mine, so I'm just trying to stop loss to the open of the M30 now, just slowly moving it down a bit. Moving it down a bit. Oh. There we go. I'm getting to break even and get ready to secure some pips. Job done. I've closed half at 13. That's how we roll, guys. No drawdown. A zero drawdown game. W. That's a nice W, guys. Hopefully you took it. You should be rolling some nice profits just now. And once again, that was a quick one. So simple. We've been killing it on stream. We've been absolutely destroying it. We should be the #1 stream on London for London session. I have no doubt we eventually will be. It's good work, guys. Well done. Make sure you are at break even if nothing else. Nothing. The worst thing you want to do. The worst thing you do now is take a loss after having a nice quick drop. So another nice win for the stream. I mean, yesterday I still count that as a win. I ended up closing it in a profit. So if that's the case, I think we've gone more than 3 weeks now without a loss, and we've been trading sometimes 2-3 times a day. How do I hide this bloody poll? Okay. So it looks like most of you got involved. Nice work. Well done, guys. defo my number one. Ditched everyone else. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the support. I appreciate the support of all of you. A lot of you guys have been here from, you know, the early days when I was streaming on the other channel as well. And even so, the new guys have been really great. Obviously, the guys in Discord. Compare to you too. So again, I just try to show you guys what works for me, what I do on a daily, creating these sort of rules. And again, I've got all this in my course, in my playbook. So when I come to the charts, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not stressed. I'm completely relaxed about it. I know that, you know, 8 times out of 10 I'm going to be on the winning side. Yenders family just arrived. Where are we? We've been in a gold sell, which hits EP, dropped in as soon as we triggered in, no drawdown, dropped to over 10 pips within about a minute, not even. So I've got a bit of a runner going. I've still got 2 trades running. I've got Gbpjpy running from here, and I've got the gold sell now. So been a cracking week yet again. Okay, can you change your stop loss to 2315.2? Yeah, you can, if that's how you want to go about managing it. That also makes sense. Trailing it to above the entry count is high, because what we've done now is we've got the lower high, lower low to the previous. We have absolutely no need to pull back up and break our own high yet again. So your stop loss, if you were to continue bearish, should be safe at that point there. It's just the way I do things. As soon as I get to a significant enough profit, I just get to break even, because I always choose to manage my risk. Because I also trade fixed lot sizes, so on some occasions I'll be taking maybe 3 to 4% risk of a trade. Other trades it might be 1 or 2%. Lewis, good to see you, brother. Well done. Alrighty guys, so fair few of you took it. Some of you were in it from earlier, so you guys are in really good profits. Who have we got? Lau, well done. Dot, good work. Steve, nice one. Jarif, good to see you, my friend. Good to chat to you last night as well. Well, last night my time, yesterday. Runner's about to be taken out. Steve, you will be. I'm no doubt. I'll keep at it. Thank you. Dot, Tony, call that one. Good work. Lau, I like this setup for gold. I love it. And my runner's just been taken out, guys. But I love that weak pause, especially when you've had prior to it a nice move, a nice strong candle. And so what, again, how often do you hear me guys say this shit? What I'd be waiting for is, so that's your 30-minute candle. If within the 30-minute, which is still a strong bearish candle, let's go back to the 30 quickly. That's a strong bearish candle. If within it we get a minor support form, so that 15-minute closure, still close to 30, a very strong bearish candle. If we were to continue bullish, we have no need to break that bullish candle's low. So if we do so, then it's a high probability, as long as we have some decent traffic to the left and we are moving quite cleanly, that we will head back down. So it's just rinse and repeat. You guys hear me say this shit all the time, and it's great to see it when it happens and how often it plays out. So nice W on gold. Let me add it to the trades taken. So I closed 50% plus 12 pips was my total on that one. Silent, would you consider doing passport bros, Justin? Or I don't know what you mean by that, to be honest. Cardi, all good. Good to see you in the chat. Hope Hope you're doing well. Am I? All good, brother. All good. Just been flat out really busy. Obviously putting in a lot of work for the Discord as well. Did some educational recordings, some videos today for what will be the VIP moving forward. Just been busy, brother. Busy with the business in the background as well, and starting to trade MY a little bit. Haven't actually taken a trade yet during it, but I've been on the charts for a chunk of it. It's a different kettle of fish gold, and as during MY, the volume's a lot different. I'm not yet used to it, and to me, it definitely has a lot more volume. During London, I'm more familiar, and I'm used to what to expect from it. Again, doesn't mean it does the same shit day in, day out, but if I follow my same rules and the same patterns I want to look for within price action day in, day out, I'll likely be on the right side of things. Whereas MY, it tends to bop about a bit more before it decides which direction it wants to trade in. So yesterday I was watching it, there was times where gold was like skipping 6 to 10 pips at a time, and I was, this makes me a bit nervous when I see that. Silent, talk about the women in Thailand or Australia which make better wives. Definitely my beautiful lady. Don't know which one's better, Australia or Thai, but my beautiful lady happens to be from Thailand, so I have to side on the side of the Thai, but she's a quality girl. She's a really good girl. So you guys may have saw a post. Yeah, it was yesterday. She has an absolute heart of gold. So Cardi, great to see you so active. All good, mate. My pleasure. And results are always fire. Cheers, my friend. Are you in the Discord? I'm not sure if I've seen you in there. I know you're busy, but sorry guys. You probably hear, you guys, can you hear the old lady sneezing in the background? We'll probably go on for another 10 minutes. Bless her soul though. The terrific lady. Still works every day of the week, and she's 77 years old, so absolute trooper. All right, back here. So, all right, if anyone's not in this, is there an option for a limit order sell? I'm not taking it. No. So it's not tick the box. Again, it's simple. I have my rules. I have my plan. My my what is it? Playbook. My course. I get confused which one to call it. And this wouldn't suffice. So again, it's not out of emotion. It's closed a little bit lower. You could almost look for a limit order sell back low to bullish candle, but it has not ticked the box. So now it's just you're in it or you're not in it. My runner's out, so I'm obviously not in it anymore. I'm still in Gbpjpy from earlier. So now you just need to wait patiently yet again for another plan or to eventuate. You need to let things set up yet again. So right now, nothing for me if you're not already in a sell on gold. Good thing is now though, so we've created levels now that we should really respect if we are to continue bearish. So not yet on the 30, but on the 15 we've got a bit of minor resistance at this point here. Just after that pause, we've obviously continued to the downside. So if we were to continue bearish, should probably respect that level just now. And if we start to pop above it, close above it, then we're likely going to head back up towards the current daily candle high and back to the highs of the resistance. The way gold's been traveling though, there is a good chance it could come back down to support before it does bounce yet again. But to me, right now, there is probably not much you can do about it other than just wait. Not yet, you'll join. All good, man. By the way, guys, those of you in the Discord, you should be able to change your privacy settings so only people within the server can contact you. Just have a look at it, because obviously there's been a lot of people trying to scam others using my profile. But I'm sure none of you are, you know, daft enough to fall for it. But it's frustrating because you get sick and tired of dealing with them all the time. Thought your honeymoon's island on a small island, it was the best. Love the sea life, and as far as the food and people anyway, yeah, it is, honestly. Oh, the lady sneezing. It's usually like 10 in like a minute. Oh man, it's just all the time enough already. Science, almost every guy I talk to regrets from experience that Asian women make better wives. Look, I've never had an Aussie wife, or I haven't had an Aussie girlfriend since I was, oh, no shit, since I was 18. For about 4 years back then, I think 3-4 years. That first one, you think it would be the one and only? Didn't work. Lucky me. And since I just haven't had any steady relationship with anyone other than Thailand. So I don't know, I love it over there. I love the people, I love the lifestyle, I love the food. Hey, can I take all TP or does gold go down? You can take all TP if you like, my friend. You're running into a bit of previous resistance here to the left and a little bit of consolidation on 15 minutes, some support. So it just depends. For me, again, I have a plan. I've looked to secure anywhere between 10 and 20 usually on the first TP. I secured at 12 on gold, half, and then went to break even, because there's no point securing and then if it does flip back and then go to your stop loss, then you still end up in a bit of a loss. So I'd rather just get to break even, and it's dropping now, that's fine. I've still got my pips, still got a GJ trade running, so I'm all good. But you should have a plan for that. But it could come down. For me, I'd probably have it set at 23.10. I think that's a pretty realistic target, but it could come down further. It's 23.08 roughly. But man, can I speak Thai? I can. Not obviously not fluently, but I do understand a fair bit of it. It's very tonal, so they've got like, with one word might have 5 different meanings. Gold is dropping. How are you, bro?
How you doing? You alright?
All good, man. All good. Start.
Yeah, if you're still nice in your cells, I would just trail. This thing looks like it's gonna go down back to your demand.
Yeah, it looks like it could.
Yeah, the way it's cutting everything, it's just going for liquidity.
Yep. It's just no respect for anything at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another option. You could trail it. You could probably use maybe the 15-minute channels.
I use like usually I go to very small time frames.
You could probably
use the backup every time frame.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can probably trail it to where you got that first horizontal.
Yeah. So if this area does a little bounce and then falls again, then I bring more trail in there.
Yeah, of course. It looks like it's gonna melt, but no, my runner got taken out anyway, so I'm all good. Still a win. Can't always have 50 pip moves. Looks like it just took me out and it's melted again, but again, is what it is.
Okay. That's what I was saying the other time as well. Every time I feel like it just comes, takes you out, and then
it drops. It happens, but I mean, the last week or so, I've been getting a hold of some massive runs. I think it was 2 last week. It was about 50 yesterday. It was a 50 pip move, which again, it's not massive, but for me, I'm more than happy 50 pips. Last week, I think I had 2.
Yeah. I think we left a lot of money on the table yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Because we exited at 09.
I think so. And it kept going.
Yeah.
Just here.
But the idea is once you have your TP, if it goes beyond, I mean, if you're not trailing and you just want to be out,
yeah,
doesn't really matter.
Well, that's it. I mean, if it's a target, because they missed out on that extra drop.
Yeah, so they'll get out. Let's say they get out here, then all of a sudden they see it still going, and then they start entering again.
Jump back in. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
becomes a mess.
They don't know if it's gonna keep going or not, and then it comes back. It's just
yeah, that's old school. When I probably used to do shit like that, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
Years ago.
You know, they have psychiatrists at these banks that actually work on our psychology.
Yeah.
And they know.
Yeah.
How human psychology works.
Yeah, it's true. The fear of missing out, the fear of loss as well. So that's always a big one.
Yeah. Did you see what we were talking about NAS yesterday?
Yep.
And we had that zone.
Yeah, the 4 hour. Yep.
Look at that fake out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had the zone marked in. I think it was here.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you took it on a short time frame, the minute it broke that, it would have given you this. But the 4 hour never closed, and I know a lot of people would have just jumped in, sells, thinking this is it, finally, bro.
Yeah, it's just going to continue.
Yeah, and the 4 hour, believe it or not, man, closed back up.
Yep. This is looking good though, right now.
Today is looking good, yeah.
I think it's a good chance it's gonna come back down
We
and fill
have
this
lots
range.
of weak candles on the left, and usually I look at the SPX.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The SPX usually gives you a bit of yeah, you see these gaps. So we had a gap here before, up on the top. We kind of filled it.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 days of gaps. And these are big gaps, they have to get filled.
Okay.
So when today, because these are all stocks, I think this one was created by
Probably by earnings
Google.
reports.
Yeah, Google, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, like there's been a lot of earnings reports last week or so.
Yeah. Yeah, so these are usually after hour.
Yeah, correct. The earnings reports are generally always after the hours.
Yeah.
So, and also NAS, hence why it probably also was in a big move to the upside, because a lot of the earnings reports came out on the main stocks, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla wasn't
Nvidia
good, but
hasn't had theirs yet, but
oh, hasn't it?
Nah, Apple had theirs. Well, that was Apple actually. That gap, the last gap we had was Apple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We've had Google, Microsoft, and Apple. They were the big hits.
Yeah. Yeah, Apple's I think they're about to go through the biggest buyback in the stock market history from what I heard.
Yeah.
Was it 100 and something billion share buyback?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's absolutely berserk. It's bigger than most companies.
Yeah. Funny enough, Berkshire started selling theirs.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I wonder if they thought it's the wrong decision, because maybe it's a little bit too expensive to buy back. Because
well, I think that the CEO is gonna change soon.
oh, okay.
And I think they will buy back, but it makes sense. I mean, they've been in for a very long time.
Yeah, they are. That's it. That's probably their main holding in their portfolio.
Yes. I think they will probably, they expected the market to cool off a bit.
Yeah.
And then probably take over again, because right now with all the news that's going on with the rate cuts in America, I mean, the Fed speakers, we've had 2 Fed speakers in the past 2 days, Kashkari and some other lady, and Kashkari is a voter.
Yeah.
And they're both saying the same thing about they don't know what, how tightened they are right now in their monetary policy.
They have no idea themselves.
Yeah, so it means if they don't know where they are, then they can actually keep it high for longer.
Yep, that's true.
Not even do any rate cuts.
No. Well, it's obvious inflation's being a lot more stubborn than what they thought as well.
Yeah, it's kind of sticky, man. They you know, they talk about stagflation, but the thing is, the numbers, the job numbers that came in last week, was, I think,
a lot less.
100K, which kind of indicates the economy also slowing down.
Yeah.
And then you've got sticky inflation as well, so it's just like, because of elections, man. It's election year usually during election year.
So you know what that means.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna cut rates, probably the the meeting before it.
That's what they actually, right now they're saying September rate cuts.
Yeah.
And then October rate cuts. So they went from 7 to 1 rate cut.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah, and then now they've actually, the market's saying 2 again.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I know here in Oz they're saying that it's doubtful to be any this year. So
to be honest, any if the states don't do rate cuts,
then none of the major Western countries will.
Oh, yeah, man. Every other place will suffer.
Yeah, likely.
So that's why you got the BRICS. They're trying to take oil away from the dollar right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trades that are happening between Russia, Iran, India, with China.
Yeah, the
even though
BRICS.
the
Yeah,
currency is
I thought you said
instead of
Brits, and I'm thinking, right, hang on a minute. No, now I know what you're talking about. BRICS. Yeah, BRICS nations. Yeah,
BRICS
they're
nations.
trying
Yeah,
to
so now
move away from the US dollar.
yeah. So the deals they have with China, because obviously,
Yeah, they're the number one economy of the BRICS nations.
yeah, they'll probably just do goods instead of money.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, probably.
yeah,
I think that's what they're talking about, exchanging it for other goods and services, as
yeah, because
opposed
their
to
money's
currency.
not really worth that much right now.
Yeah,
So they have to buy stuff from China. So I think they're gonna do like trade oil for whatever
for goods
commodities
or
or goods.
yeah,
I think South Africa and some other country also asked for their gold reserves to be pulled out of the US.
yeah. I did hear that too. Also
Yeah,
heard rumors. I think it's Japan applied to be part of it. I know Argentina did, but that makes perfect sense because their currency is gone to shits anyway. And inflation's terrible. I think I heard a rumor that Australia and New Zealand were considering it too. And look, I wouldn't mind if that was to be the case. I think it's a good thing to move away from the US dollar.
Australia tight allies with the United States.
Yeah, I know. So it's not going to happen. But
Yeah,
it would be in our
fair
best interest to do so. The reason being is because China's our number one trade partner.
Exactly. But right now you've got this new base that they're trying to set up in Australia,
China?
United States.
Yeah, for geopolitical reasons.
Yeah, to be close to Taiwan, just in case
something happens. And to be honest, Australia, we're sitting ducks here. We're absolute sitting ducks, and we're not that far from China. And also, one of their allies, Indonesia. So there's been a little bitterness between the two at times, between us and them. So they're not far at all from here. So it's all about geopolitics, isn't it?
And you know what? It all goes back to economics as well, because Nvidia's obviously they're the chip
maker. Yep, exactly.
Chip makers with the Taiwanese company.
Yep.
They're the ones that were making the chips, and I think they just made a deal with the Chinese company.
Oh, okay.
So ever since then, it looks like the States are just looking a little bit beyond Taiwan right now.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to make their own chip makers as well in the States now.
Yep. Well, I mean, what's the major competition for NVIDIA? I think it's AMD.
AMM.
Yeah, there must be a few.
Yeah, I think there's that the AMD. They also
yeah, AMD. Yep.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the Taiwanese company that actually makes the chips with them.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I know NVIDIA, some parts of the chips actually are produced in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Of all places. Which I found a bit surprising, because I thought it'd be a bit more, costly to produce parts over there. But
honestly, if those chips, I mean, a lot of people are just saying it might be a bubble, just like the .com.
Yeah.
But I doubt that, to be honest myself. But if it isn't, it's also gonna add. Silver's gonna go crazy as well.
Exactly. It's the main. Yeah. And that's why I've been open. I say often on stream, I do invest in silver. Physical silver. Okay. I buy not as much lately, but I do just usually periodically buy just even an ounce or something, because it's not expensive. But the demand for it is going to go through the roof, because it's in everything. It's used in solar panels, it's used in production of a lot of industrial goods and that.
Yeah.
It will be in heavy demand, and there's already a shortage. They're already saying in America it's quite scarce.
Yes.
Here in Oz, it's still pretty easy to purchase. But yeah, that's one of my big things is to buy silver.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't keep it under the bed, guys, so No point finding where I live. But yeah, I agree, man. It's interesting to see what will happen. Just catch up with the chat quickly. Can we Doreska, like a hot knife through butter. Speaking Thai, you mean? I can't remember what, well, that was ages ago, not sure. Gold been bouncing the same intraday range this week, silent, yep. So it's been making for pretty nice trading, in all honesty. US dollar and empire, it will start war sooner or later. Well, that's the other thing. Because they make big money from war, don't they? By selling arms and all that stuff, so. It's been the same sell play, London failure, breaking intraday highs and drop back down. It's been all week, hasn't it? Ben, break out the silver bars, buddy. I think I showed you one time, didn't I? One of the silver bars. Pretty sure I have. About gold, swift movement down. Oh, okay, yep. Oh, it is still dropping. Still dropping. So it looks like, well, 23.10 it's been hit, by the looks of it. Well, now, anyway. So it looks like it wants to come down. And that's the case. I'll be looking for this sort of thing to happen to buy it. Just play the range. Very simple. Don't need to over-analyze when price action is this clean within a range. You just wait for it to come back down to support. Look for your catalyst within price action. And you can buy it. So what I'd like to see now is, again, a bit of structural form. They can buy it back up. If it is to eventuate.
Sell high and buy low.
Yep. Good old saying, sell high, buy low.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get to sell low and buy high low.
Expecting it because, sorry, this week there isn't much.
Yeah, much news
going on with news and all that. So it will be range.
Yep.
We head to summer as well. Gold will just be ranging.
Yeah, it's often quite slow, isn't it?
Yeah.
When it's summer for you guys in US.
Well, I'm from the UK, but I'm based in north of Iraq.
Oh, really? So what's it there now? Is it summer, winter? What season is it?
Yeah, we're coming on to summer, and summer here gets to about 52, 53 degrees.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. It's getting close to it. It's quite cold at the moment. It's been raining and all that, to be honest. Unusual for May.
Yep.
But the weather just changes within, like, overnight. It changes from 22, 23 to 36, then it goes to 42, 45.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. That's...
Yeah, man, but...
Is it dry heat or is it humid? I'm assuming it's probably dry.
It's actually dry. We don't have any seas around. I'm from the north part, the Kurdish part.
Okay.
So almost on the border with Iran.
Oh, okay.
Where I live is mountains, but we don't have any seas, so yeah.
Interesting. We've got people from all over the world. So it's funny how a little thing called Forex can, you know, bring us all together. Nice one.
The world is getting smaller and smaller, man.
What's that?
I said the world is just getting smaller.
Yeah, it is.
Smaller.
I know it is. They're talking about soon having planes that can travel from like Melbourne to Los Angeles in about 5 hours or something. I think it's like a 20-hour flight or something now, or 16-hour flight, something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, man. I don't know the speed of that.
Oh, mate. Imagine turbulence. Imagine turbulence on that. I've been on many flights and some of the last few were terrible. Some of the turbulence on it was oof, a little bit more than what I paid for. Imagine it on a flight that takes a quarter of the time the usual, the speed of it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd want to be on the first plane, that's for sure. I'll stick to the 8-hour flight to Thailand for now. I think I'm more than happy. Gold's still melting. It's exact same shit I did yesterday. What's that?
Do you go to Thailand a lot?
Yeah, often. Well, I did live there quite a long time ago now, for about 2 years.
Okay. Okay.
And since I come and go, I used to spend a lot more time there than what I do now. Now they're a lot more strict with visa requirements and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I do love it. Dot 2 times 100 pips on gold this morning. Yep, absolutely perfect. So again, it's made the exact same move it's made all week. Yesterday, I was fine. Didn't get taken out on what was a re-entry. Today, unfortunately, stop loss got taken out. Well, not the stop loss, the runner got stopped out break even before it melted. But 2 by 50 pips. Yeah, yesterday I got 50. Today I got 13. Oh, 12. Sorry. So it's better than nothing. Still in GJ. Still got the runner going, so we'll see. It all depends on the news now. I've got my stop loss break even. And if the news makes this thing run, I'm going to be a very happy man. If not, it's all good. Pretty secured, some decent profits on it. Silent, Matt was streaming yesterday. He doesn't trade breakouts anymore. He trades supply and demand levels. Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't really trade breakouts that often as well, to be honest. I saw the thumbnail title, and I think he's trying to do things a bit different based off the algo. That's fair enough. He's probably trying to find a different niche. Yeah, good luck to him. It looks like it's going to do exactly the same as yesterday, doesn't it? It's like it's just going to melt.
Yeah. Now, if this goes, it's more likely to go to 23.
23 flat.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a good chance.
Yeah. It just needs to break this, retest it.
Yeah, it needs to break below 23.04 as well, and this level. If you get a 4-hour closure below it, then I reckon it's definitely on the cards.
Yeah.
22.90, 95, 96 as well is definitely an option. But if it respects it, then by all means, would not hurt to look for a buy option. Just train the range, simply train the range.
I mean, the range from the top is kind of going downwards.
From the top? You mean it's starting to come down a bit?
Yeah. So like,
yeah,
you got that, then you got this, then you got
some lower highs.
Yeah. But the bottom is just so far. So it's like
a routing bottom, I used to call them crypto. And then you had your cup in hand, all that stuff. I remember all those patterns.
Some people would say they use that as cup and handle. They take this.
Yeah.
But then again, the handle ends there, right?
Yeah, that's it. It has to come back up.
I don't know if you've ever looked at the Nikkei, the Japanese
oh, the index. Never have.
Look at it on.
What's the ticker?
It's NEKI, I think.
No.
Or NI. Sorry, let me type.
That's Nike. Nikkei or?
Nikkei, yeah.
No idea what the ticker is.
Let me see if it's NIKK.
There it is.
Yeah. And look at it on a monthly.
Wow. This thing's been flying, hasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if you can look further to where, because you know this is long-term investments, right?
Yeah. Only up till July. Sorry,
Really?
2016.
My one shows up to the 80s.
Yep.
Let me find the actual ticker one. I think it's the.
Yeah, here we go.
Look at that. So imagine
Wow.
the S&P people had invested back in the 80s and 90s. They're already up by like 300-400%.
Yep.
And people had invested here. They just
Just got to break even. from the 90s, and always gonna be someone. It's gonna be someone investing right now at the highest too.
Exactly.
It always is. It's unavoidable.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Like this tells you a lot about the Japanese economy.
That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Because I look at it too, because I want to get into an as ETF, but it's not worth it right now. It's way overpriced. Yeah, it can continue. No doubt, I can continue up, but it's too late. Like you need to wait for a pullback, in my opinion, to get value out of it.
If you look at these, it's just better to find the blue chip companies
and just invest in those.
Yeah, invest in those. Like Nvidia would have been one.
Yeah, it's a bit too late now though.
March. It's too high right now.
It's way too high.
It will pull back. It will do a pullback, and then
eventually.
Yeah, then you're gonna have to go compound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got in last March where it was at very low.
You'd be happy, man.
About it. Made a lot of sense at the time, but I wouldn't be adding positions right now, to be honest.
Nah, nor would I. It's just way overpriced. It's not. I mean, it could be worth the price, but I'd rather just wait for it to pull back.
Yeah, problem is if you invested in there a couple of months ago.
Is this ticker for it? I remember.
Yeah. NV. So it's NVDA, and it's got
hold on, stop. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, $900. I remember when it was like, what? Honestly, all the way down here too. Literally, like
that gap that you have, you can always put yourself like a little alarm there. If it gets back to refill the gap.
Yeah, there's a couple gaps on the way up.
This big gap has to.
Look at this though. $100 back in October 22.
Yeah.
And who says stocks don't have any volatility? They don't move.
I mean, if you do all the, if you study it, to be honest, this was I think I entered around these areas at the bottom around March 23.
Yep. Nice one.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on with GJ and gold? Doesn't look like much, to be honest. GJ is not going to do shit until close to the news.
We've got lots of news today.
Yep, heaps of news to come.
Bullish anyway. On the.
Well, I'm already in safely in profit. From this point here, I've got an entry during Asian session. Gold so far is respecting this level, so let's see. Silent big ball buys on gold at buy demand level. Yeah, again, it could bounce off it, and this is something I'm wanting to focus, not focus so much on, but just maybe keep track of it to see how probable it is, how many times it just taps into a strong level and bounces off it. But I'm not trusting this sort of entry where it just literally taps into a level and you've got a limit order buy or whatever after it's come from the opposite end. I know some do, but yeah, it's not really how I roll.
If you look at it on the yesterday's one, I think it was here.
Just it was around here yesterday.
Yeah, if you look at it on a smaller time frame, we did get a bounce.
Yeah, it did. I remember. So I remember saying it popped straight up like 10 pips or something, and then popped straight back down.
So
it was here somewhere.
Yeah, around. I think it was around here.
Yep.
So he gave us a bounce. He gave us a retest. That's where we go out, and it just went further down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the idea is like to see something like that would have been the entry if you were gonna go long.
Good way out.
Because now you got stairs and you've kind of cleared out the whole thing. You know, missing this is absolutely fine just to be sure.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Instead of just placing a sell at buy limit order, sorry, but at a certain level, wait for a little bit of confirmation, even if it's on the 5 minute where you get, like I said, that sort of staircase on the way up.
Yeah.
To me, it's much higher probability.
Like areas that wasn't able to break, and then after that the break happened, and then that's what I do, just looking on this side. So even if I see this, I still want to see if it goes back above an area.
Over to the left?
Yeah, so I look left, I'm like, all right, this area has been quite tough. I don't want to get caught up in that. And then obviously this area sold off again. So when I see this happening, I kind of wait for this area to get retested.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then when it pulls away, that's your signal. That could be ready to head up.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So
same as this as well.
So you'd be looking for similar over here.
Yeah, so I'm thinking here, if I see that going up, I'm looking at areas where it has been a bit.
Yep, so just to the left here.
Yeah, push to the upside has happened from there. So I need it to come above, like at least this area. Retest it, then I'll take that.
Yep. So similar to what I'd be looking at. A bit of structure to form these lows, as opposed to just buying it for one candle.
I mean, sometimes it works.
Yeah, sometimes it does work. I mean, yesterday. It does. Sometimes it does, but you need to see something. So even right now, there's only 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes until this candle closes. For me, a catalyst would be a bullish engulfing, and that often on occasions will have that sort of high low, high scenario and a 5 minute within it. But in this case, it's coming from way too far below. You're gonna have massive stop loss if it was to close bullish engulfing, but that would usually be a catalyst, and that's what I used today on GJ at the 15-minute bullish engulfing catalyst, long wick on the previous candle into the range below, and need to reject, close above 194 psychological round number. And instead of getting into broke the high, I thought there's an option getting on the pullback, creating slow wick, and that was where I set the entry, and still in play. So
this is just me, man, I would actually put a limit order there just in case news comes.
Oh, the order block?
Yeah, just in case, because if the news comes and it does a bit of a
drop and then pump,
you have to take out early buys.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea, but for me, I'm just gonna chill with it. I'm happy with.
Yeah, you gotta chill with it.
Yeah.
I'll probably put some. And then on gold as well, because you've got the new hour starting in a minute.
Yep.
And then obviously it has to make a wick.
Correct.
And if it makes a wick to the downside,
and bounces off.
Then and if it gives you that, then.
Yep. So that's similar to the newer entry I started to take. Not taking it that often, taken on stream a few times. I think one of the only losses was with the new entry. So that's basically, but that's a very impulsive entry.
Yeah.
As in anticipation, the new candle's just going to open and not bother to create up a wick. It's just going to drop, and he's selling it, so taps into a wick in that zone. stop loss below the zone. In anticipation is going to eventually flip to crane upward, because we do know that, you know, there's probably 90% of these candles have wicks in both directions.
Yeah.
So it's been working well. I think I've only traded like, I think it was 6 times, 5 wins and 1 loss. But yeah, I mean, that could be on the cards, but I'm definitely not going to take it.
Yeah.
Just now. But I think I'm going to get going, guys. I think that's a wrap for today. Nothing's happening just now. But as I mentioned before, I just want to see a little bit of maybe consolidation, this support. I want price to respect it, first of all. Remain above it, start to consolidate a bit. And as it begins to pull away from that consolidation, close above it, break away from it. That's where I would look for a potential buy. Just trade the range while it's range bound. And if it starts to drop below it, your next support is here at 23.04. So I'd want to see a nice closure below. I'd like to see a pullback prior to it closing below the current support though. Threw in some buys, wipe those buys out, close below that previous support. And as we retest 23.04, the previous daily count was low. If we got the volume momentum, I think there's a good chance this thing could come down further. Potentially 22.93 eventually. Definitely 23. So that's why I'll be looking at gold. GJ, just wait for the news. Just don't do much of it now. Let it do its thing. Still buys above the high. As far as it sells, a bit choppy right now. It's not... Yeah, I'd rather just wait. I'd honestly rather wait, see what happens in the news. And that will probably be about it. But yeah.
If anyone looks for sales, always look at all these wicks. So that means it doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
They were buying. So the sales are
keep
not
pushing back up.
Yeah, they keep on pushing it up. And on top, obviously, because you're running into this waiting for news. Ideal position to be in is the position you're in right now.
Yeah, from low down. Because
you're away from a lot of stuff, and you've had this as well, so there isn't...
Yeah, it's wrap liquidity within a current day's candle.
Yeah, you don't have these buys on board with you.
Yep, so it's probably best just to literally wait for the news, and or like you said, maybe have a cheeky limit order lower down.
I would actually put, if you're going to be on your computer, I'll probably just put an alarm in that position. And I'll just put an alarm there as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in anyway, man. You're in.
Yeah,
for me,
that's it.
If it goes up straight away, yeah, then I'll just wait for a retest there. But if it comes down onto the order block, it does that, I know we're going to go up.
Yeah, fair enough. Just quickly, EU's sinking. It's got support just here. It needs to respect this level. I want EU to go the opposite way, to be honest, but that's for different reasons. Yeah, I mean, EU's creating lower highs, lower lows. It's at a pretty solid level though, to the left here, so I'd want it to bounce off it, but you need to, again, form a little bit of structure. It's just tapped into support over here, so I'd like it to do a little bit of this as it begins to bounce off, pull away from the support, pull away from consolidation, formed out support. That's when I trust the buys, otherwise I'd just be looking to sell it from higher up. Yeah, but that's a wrap, guys. Alright, thank you as always.
Thank you, man.
Well, good brother. I'll chat to you guys in the Discord. Also, guys, once again, if you have not joined the Discord, do so. It's for free, so get involved. I do send analysis regularly. I'll be sending analysis for probably 3, maybe 4 pairs pre-MY. I don't know. I'll see if I jump on for an MI call later. I'm not too sure yet. I'm pretty buggered, but I'll see how we go. But if you'd like to know any more about what I do, services, coaching, the course, it's all down in the description below. Make sure to give me a follow on IG, all different social media outlets. Yeah, it's the best way to keep up to date with what's going on. And I will be dropping a lot more free educational content. There is some YouTube shorts that one was dropped yesterday. There'll be more today, and I think next 2 or 3 days. So keep an eye out for those. Well done today, guys. Nice trade on gold. Hit the like button if you're not done so on the way up. And I will see you guys tomorrow from around 7:30 AM. I'll be on tomorrow. So until then, cheers, my friends. Trade safe.
Have a good day.
Bye for now.
Take
you
care,
too,
man.
brother.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.